everyone, Courtney Gruenholz, finally back. I know it's been since December since I posted a video, so just a lot of stuff has been going on. So of course, new year, still a busy mom of a toddler fast approaching her terrible twos. And this past couple of weeks, I've had like sinus problems with my nose. And I've just been busy trying to find things to keep myself occupied since I have experienced a little bit of a writer's block as to what I'm going to continue with when I am done with all my Heart Song Saga stuff. And another reason it's taken me a long time to do a video about my newest book, which I put out in January, and I haven't promoted anything about it yet because I wanted to actually wait until I could have a physical copy of it and then promote it instead of before then. So and then I ordered a hardback copy of my newest book, and it took forever for it to get printed, and I ordered it in January with my Christmas gift card money to get my author's copy printed. And I have my book here, and it was not printed until February 15th, and then it had to be shipped to me. So, and then also once I got it, I didn't talk about it yet because of current things going on in the world, mostly with Russia invading Ukraine. The reason I didn't want to talk about my book is because this is the cover of my newest book in my Heart Song Saga, the Lost Chronicles. Tempted by Destiny, with very Russian architecture on the front, because one of the two stories in my book takes place in Moscow. So I didn't want to seem like I was being insensitive to anyone, but it's just the cover that I picked. So I picked from like images that they have on there, because I am not an artist by any means. I can't draw my own covers. I don't have money to hire someone to draw the cover, so I use the kind of stock photos that they provide that you can choose for images for your book. And that's the one that I chose because I had a story set in Moscow. So I didn't want to seem insensitive to anyone of, Ukrainian descent or Russian descent. I didn't want to seem insensitive, so I wanted to wait a while to put it out. And I also finally found free time to do a video. Again, being a mom of a 2-year-old is very, very tiring. And then I like to get out of the house when she's with her grandparents to do some of my own things. So, can pay any attention to my shelves behind me. Usually they're a lot neater than this. I've gotten into a habit of making bookmarks. So, and I wanted to kind of use like color palettes from all of my Fear Street books I have. So I have like books just sitting all over the place, just so. And I got a big table full of like embroidery floss just all over the place because I just decided to get into making bookmarks because, as I've said, writer's block. So I don't know where to go from here. And also, these Heart Song stories that I'm publishing, they were written a long time ago as well. I'm just now getting them published. I guess finally getting the gumption to self-publish them myself. So that's why it's another reason why I kind of didn't want to do it. It's like, oh, why would you be writing about that now? This was way back, a long time ago. I want to say almost like early early 2000s that I wrote this stuff. So, but this is the newest book in my series. I have 2 more Heartsong ones, and then no more Heartsong books, and then I don't know where to go from there. I have tremendous writer's block. I have like 4 story ideas, and I've started on them, but then I don't know how to continue with them. So, we'll get to that again. So, as you can tell, I'm awkward, I ramble, I go off on tangents to other things, but so, newest book. This is my hardback copy that I ordered. I think I'm going to just stick with paperback ones if it's going to take this long to get hardbacks. Plus, my books, they're going to get bigger. The last 2. The other ones, the stories were short enough, I had to put like at least 1, 2 together to make an actual book. And so the rest of these, they're getting longer. So this is 474 pages with 2 stories. So, and of course, as with the last 2 books in the Heartsong Saga Lost Chronicles books, the title comes from the 2 stories within the book. So the first one is Tempted, and then the second one is Destiny. So it's 2 books in one. So, and I guess chronologically in timeline, the first story, Tempted, takes place in like the first Heartsong book, and the second one, Destiny, takes place after Heartsong Reprise. So after the second book in the series. So now then we're going to be getting into the stuff that happens between book 2, Heartsong Reprise, and book 3, Heartsong Rebirth. So in the first story, Howard and Nancy Richardson and their band Cataluna, they're going to be inducted into the UK Music Hall of Fame. So they're traveling to London to be inducted into the ceremony, and they go with Nancy's uncle Julian, their record producer Jules, and his wife Kat, and of course going along with Jennifer. And so that's who it kind of revolves around in the story-wise. But they get there, and they're going to be staying with Jules' wife Kat's uncle and his daughter. So they're also invited to her her debutante ball or coming out thing, and her mother's already hired a band to play there. So they meet the band Sway, and they have a backup band of male musicians that are called Elation, and they're managed by a man named Griffin Wynn, who's also a record producer. So they end up meeting him and his bands there, and of course a lot of tension starts building. There's like jealousy, like it seems like one of the members of Sway is interested in Howard, and it seems like Griffin's interested in Nancy, and of course so common things about that. So it kind of goes into that, and we kind of go, of course, into like paranormal, out of the box kind of things that happen, but I don't want to spoil anything. So, and then when we get to the second story, Destiny, it takes place, after kind of Heartsong Reprise is over. So it's now Nancy and Howard at this crossroads in their life where their children are going off to school, and they've decided they're going to disband Cataluna, but they're going to go out for one more tour. And how that happens, you'd have to read the second one to kind of understand a little bit of the backstory for that. But they're going to go out on tour, and they're going to have one final album, one final tour. It's going to be a world tour, but they're pulled into business with the World Wiccan Council, which is also in the books. And of course, talked about how there's witchcraft and stuff that appears in the stories. So it involves, they need to have the members of Cataluna, although they really just need Nancy there, to talk to her about taking her uncle's place as the leader of the World Wiccan Council as a witch. And so they're going to start the tour in Moscow because that's where the World Wiccan Council has decided to meet and test her. And it also tests Howard and Nancy's relationship, as most of the books do. But they end up running into a girl who claims to be related to Howard as his cousin, and there's never really talk of any members in his family in the books. Like, one day I'll go through a video and I'll spoil everything for you. If you would like that, just let me know in the comments. I can make that happen. I'll spoil everything. So and of course, you know, more magic, supernatural kind of elements are thrown at them. But so usually I kind of read the back of the book, but so I also have to keep like an eye out because I never know when my husband's gonna get home. So but yeah, so it's a pretty thick book for hardback. I'm also afraid my books are going to start getting so big they're going to be like Stephen King doorstops. So yeah, I might just stick with paperback. So in my book, Tempted starts on page 5 and ends on page 227, and then it goes from page 227 all the way to the end technically on page 472. So these are some pretty long stories. Let me flip through here. So yeah, about this thick for the first one and this thick for the second one. So, but I usually go into more detail. And I got kind of like a matte copy of it, so instead of glossy. So that might have been why it took a lot longer too. So, because I plan to put out the last 2 books pretty soon. So, but I really don't like spoiling things for people who haven't read anything. So, eventually, you know, if somebody wants me to make a video where I spoil every single thing for you, I can do it. So, but I just figured I would make a new video to let you know I'm still here. I have a new book out. It's actually been out since January. So I have a new book out. I'm going to have another book out pretty soon. And like I said, after that's done, I don't know where to go afterwards. I've got 4 ideas in my head. I've started on them. I reach a point and I don't know how to continue them. So I have some other stuff that I've written that I might try and publish. So it would probably be another one of those things where it's like two books actually in one. So I'm not really sure yet. So, but also in the way the world is right now, it seems things with like Omicron and the coronavirus, COVID-19, is getting a little bit better. So me and my husband are going to venture out later this weekend to celebrate our wedding anniversary. So we'll have been married 7 years tomorrow, and we get to go out Friday and celebrate it. So hopefully the world is going to start, you know, being better again so that we can actually go out and do things. So that was another thing. Me writing was just something to do to also pass time because I was going stir crazy. You know, I was pregnant, had a child, you know, she's growing up. So it's just the way the world is. So, but I hope that everyone is doing fine out there and everything is going good with you and your families, and I will see you next time to talk about another book. Until then, this is Courtney Gruenholz, the awkward author, saying, have a pleasant day and a very good weekend.